Okay, let's take a look at how we drew this part. Okay, first let's take a look at where the origin was placed. There's several possible places where this origin could be placed. We've chosen to place it here in the lower left-hand corner. And then what we did is drew this profile here and extruded it out this way. And we'll repeat that process over here for you. And this part is about 120 millimeters long, and it's a rectangular part. So we'll go to Sketcher, we'll sketch here on the YZ plane. And let's see if we can draw this approximately to scale with our profiler. Okay, start here, and you'll notice the values up here. So we're going to go to about 120. We'll come up, come across, come up. This is our approximate profile. Now let's make a pad, reverse direction, and make it go 120 to make it rectangular. There we go. There's our basic shape. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this pocket at the bottom. So we're going to rotate around. Before we do that, let's select our part body and let's make it a dark gray. Make sketching a little bit easier to see. There we go. Now we'll rotate around to the bottom. We'll go to Sketcher. We'll sketch on this plane. I'm going to rotate it around so it looks a little bit like this here. Now there are several ways that we could make that slot across the bottom. The obvious choice is a centered parallelogram, but with the centered parallelogram you're going to need some kind of a 45-degree line across here, a construction line, in order to pick it to use for the centered parallelogram. And if you choose some of the other options like rectangle, then you have to adjust it after you make it. This one, the elongated hole, turns out to be a really nice choice for this. We're going to go from here to here, then just set a value out there for the radius. We'll make it 15. I believe that matches the example. Now we just have to get it into position. And so we'll hold the control key down while we pick that point and that point, and we'll select coincidence constraint. And now the only thing we have to do is put this point right here at the origin. So we'll hold the control key down while we pick both of those points and pick coincidence. There we go. Now we'll get out of Sketcher and we'll give this a little bit of depth. Let's give it a depth of about 15. There we go. So now our slot is in position. Now it's time to place our holes. Now I'm going to place the first hole the hard way, and the second hole I'm going to place the easy way. I'm going to place a hole here, and I'm just going to pick this face, and we'll make the diameter about 20 or so. There we go. There's about 20, and we'll make it up to last. Now it's not quite in position, so we're going to go to our positioning sketch here, and this point, turn snap off. This point needs to be dimensioned exactly from the edges. So you would put dimensions on between the point and here and make, I believe it's 20. And then you would put a dimension on between the point and here, and that's 20. This is certainly correct, but it's the hard way. Okay, now you pop out Sketcher, and there's your hole. Let's show you the easy way over here. You hold the control key down and you pre-select two edges. Now when you place the hole, wherever you place it, two dimensions are automatically created for you. You don't have to go into Sketcher and create them, and then from right here you can click and make them 20, say OK. Double click this one, make it 20, and hit enter or say OK, and then OK. So if you pre-select the edges, those dimensions are created for you automatically that you're going to need. Okay? And now this part is completed.